Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for checking my review of the Hasbro Marvel Legends Nemesis Build-A-Figure, a must-see for Uncanny X-Force fans. I'll be breaking down the sculpt and articulation, doing a custom kitbash, comparing its scale with other figures, and a quick Nemesis comic book origin. In my opinion, Nemesis is the standout figure in this wave, but I'll also be ranking the rest of the figures in this wave. If you're into highly detailed action figure reviews, Marvel character backstories, and kit bash, you're definitely in the right place. Hasbro labels him as Nemesis for retail purposes because his real name would be shocking for any parent accompanying their kids in the toys section of a store. For Uncanny X-Force comic book readers, they know his true name. It is Bill or Billy, but his mom prefers him to be called William. His proper comic book name is Genocide. Archangel gave William the Genocide name and made him a Horseman. Here is William next to a few key Marvel Legends figures for size comparison. The shorter male body used for Extreme X-Men Wolverine, a standard-sized male body with the X-Factor Cyclops, and the towering MCU Red Hulk who still stands taller than Nemesis. Genocide, or the Nemesis Build-A-Figure, comes with a removable translucent orange helmet that gives a fiery glass-like effect. The helmet has two pegs that you plug into the holes in his shoulder. Once the helmet is off, you get a better look at the highly detailed skull head sculpt. It features an articulated jaw, very reminiscent of a supersized Marvel Legends Ghost Rider. Hasbro really nailed it in terms of the paintwork, with a nice wash on the skull and sculpted translucent yellow flames around it. It adds a dynamic, fiery look, though the flames do slightly limit neck articulation, just like Ghost Rider. The body itself is molded in a rusty color or reddish-brown plastic with sculpted battle damage details, giving it a war-torn apocalyptic vibe. Hasbro also added orange paint accents throughout, staying true to Genocide's appearance in the Uncanny X-Force comic book series. This definitely stands out on the shelf and is packed with comic book accurate details. For the figure I got, his arm cannon has some dried glue. It is not noticeable, but it does bother me a bit. Just like his dad or Big Daddy A, the pipes connected to his back and arms are not tightly attached, and they detach easily when you articulate the figure. The attention to detail for this figure is very commendable. You can attach an effect on the cannon. In the kit bash, I will show you some. Articulation can be a challenge because of his sculpted details, including this pair of shoulder pads. The pipe kept detaching. In one of the comic book panels, one end of the pipe is attached to the right side of his back. Just to show you it is possible, you can attach both ends of the pipe to the back. In Hasbro's promo images, it is attached to the left side. Unlike his dad's pipes, this is a translucent hollow pipe. Maybe you can add some water inside, but the pipe is so loose, so I don't recommend that. The pipe can be used as a flexible straw for drinks. I like the skeletal details of his backbone. I do wonder why one side of his butt has a dent. Those apocalyptic chairs must be harsh to the body. Despite of having thick arms and legs, Hasbro gave Genocide double-jointed pinless elbows and knees. The sculpt work of this figure is really exceptional. It's worth the build. Rarely is there a smooth part, probably on the articulated parts of his body, but a lot of sculpted dents on his armor. His feet is articulated despite of all of the sculpted details that may hinder it. As early as now, I can say this is an exceptional Build-A-Figure. He comes with a grand total of 2 left hands, all included with marrow. This is the open palm expressive hands which can hinge forward and back. The other hand that he comes with is a closed fist hand. The closed fist hands can hinge forward and back just like the open palm hand. He has 4 fingers. This is comic book accurate. His right arm has a cannon which he uses to fire bioplasma blasts from his body. Genocide's body can generate radioactive plasma whose temperature is equal to the core of the sun. His armor contains it. Genocide was defeated when Nightcrawler removed his helmet and released all of his biofurnace energy towards Archangel. Hope you found this review helpful so far. If you do, please give this review a like, subscribe to my channel, and share this with your friends. For places where the figures in this review might still be available, I left some links in the description below. Special shout out to action figure maniacs. If you're looking to join a fun and welcoming toy photography community, be sure to check them out on Facebook and Instagram. And a big thanks to Roger of Payaso Diorama for the awesome dioramas featured in my review. Links in the description below.
I'm Tuggernaut!
Just to be clear, this is Earth 616 Genocide. He is not from the age of Apocalypse. Now, for a quick origin story, Genocide's real name is William Rolfson. He is the son of Autumn Rolfson, also known as Famine, one of Apocalypse's original Horsemen. And his father is the big bad himself, Apocalypse. Yep, apparently even Apocalypse has time for a workplace romance. Who knew the ancient mutant overlord has time to have an affair with one of his employees? As you'd expect with an affair resulting into a pregnancy, fearing for her child's safety, Autumn kept William a secret from Apocalypse. Because let's be honest, if he knew, he probably tried to evolve the kid right into the grave. Autumn named her son William Rolfson. But years later, Archangel, while leading his own version of the Horseman, renamed him as Genocide and gave him a new purpose in his twisted war. It's a bit of a challenge to perform a head swap for Genocide because the ball peg that his neck has is very small compared to a regular Marvel Legends ball peg. Trying out the red flaming skull head from the Walgreens exclusive Magic, it's okay in terms of the position, but it is very loose. Unlike if we try using Red Skull from the Onslaught Build-A-Figure, it sits very low. Probably use blue tack so that his head would be on the proper level, because at the moment it's just doesn't look good. In the comments below, let me know what other head swaps can you think of using the Genocide body. Hasbro did not include a bioplasma effect, but because of the hole on his cannon, you can use existing power effects. This one is from his dad, from the retro Apocalypse. It fits just right, it's tight enough, and it won't fall off. It may not be comic book accurate in terms of the color and the shape. I'm just glad that Hasbro molded the cannon with a hole that is compatible to existing Hasbro blast effects. Another energy or blast effect that is compatible is from the Uncanny X-Force Amazon exclusive 3-pack of Psylocke, Phantom X, and Nimrod. Definitely, the color is way off from comic book accurate volcanic type of plasma effect, but it is very 90s in terms of the pink power effects as shown in the X-Men comics drawn by Jim Lee. While doing this review, I just now realized how compatible Nimrod's blast effects are because you can use it for Genocide's dad, Apocalypse, as well. If this Kitbash was useful, Hope you give this review a like. If you're curious about other possible kitbash for the figures in the Nemesis Build-A-Figure wave, check out my playlist on the top right corner of your screen. With his helmet on, the Hasbro Marvel Legends Nemesis Build-A-Figure or Genocide stands approximately 21.5 centimeters or 8.5 inches tall. He stands 20.3 centimeters or 8-inch tall without the helmet. Marvel.com has no record of Genocide's height because of his unusual features. Genocide is a skeleton transfused with energy suspended within his life-supporting armor. Hasbro Marvel Legends 6-inch scale comparison with X-Men Nemesis Build-A-Figure wave figures, Uncanny X-Force Nightcrawler, Age of Apocalypse Gambit, Generation X Husk, and Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Marrow. Genocide's first appearance is in the Uncanny X-Force comic books, rightfully so, a size comparison with Uncanny X-Force Deadpool, Wolverine, Phantom X, and Deadlock. Other X-Force ladies, X-23 and Domino. She made her appearance again in the Dark Angel Saga, Lady Mandarin or Psylocke, and Deluxe Archangel. For a Marvel Legends Spider-Man comparison, for a slightly shorter Spider-Man from the Secret Wars wave, and a regular-sized Spider-Man from the Renew Your Vows 2 pack. For a short male Marvel Legends X-Men 97 Wolverine, and a regular-sized male X-Men 97 Cyclops who is in the Vulcan body mold. From the new to the old, we have celebrating 80 years of Marvel Captain America and the son of Wolverine, Daken, from the comic book accessory wave. War of the Marvels, celebrating 85 years of Marvels, Warbird, and Dark Avengers Miss Marvel or Moonstone. Genocide besides his dad from the retro X-Men wave Apocalypse, and from the Uncanny X-Force 3-pack Nimrod. 6-inch scale, Darna, Philippines version of Wonder Woman, brought to life by Halimaw Sculptures and Loose Collector, and the Epic Hacks Red Sonja from Boss Fight Studio. Gorgeous but deadly ladies by the partnership of Executive Replicas and Loose Collector, Coppin Comics La Muerta, and Crusade Comics She. 1/12 scale size comparison, the Medicom Toy Mafex Brown Costume Wolverine, and the 1990s Jim Lee Cyclops. Another X-Men Blue Team member, Medicom Toy Mafex Psylocke, and the 90s X-Men Gold Team Jean Grey. 6-inch scale Jada Toy Street Fighter ladies, Cammy White, and the STCC exclusive Next Level Deluxe Player 2 Chun-Li Pink version. Jada Toy Street Fighters Ken and Guile. 6-inch scale versus 7-inch scale, beginning with the 6-inch scale Marvel Legends Rogue and the Marvel Select Rogue. Hasbro celebrating 50 years of Wolverine Sabretooth and the Marvel Select Sabretooth. Another Build-A-Figure, Hasbro Marvel Legends 6-inch scale Juggernaut and the 7-inch scale Marvel Select Juggernaut. Hasbro celebrating 80 years of Marvel Hulk and the 7-inch scale Marvel Select Immortal Hulk or Rampaging Hulk. Extreme X-Men Wolverine does not come with a Build-A-Figure part. You need 6 figures to build Nemesis. First is the right leg from Age of Apocalypse Gambit. Attach it to the torso with a head from Husk. Just simply plug it in, and here is the left leg from Fabian Cortez. From Uncanny X-Force Nightcrawler is the helmet and his backpack. So simply attach the backpack from the back. There are some holes there to attach it, and then there is also a hole on the backpack to attach the pipes that run along his neck. Then we simply attach the helmet. You need to slide it in because there is a part wherein the front of the helmet needs to attach. Then there are peg holes here to attach the helmet firmly. So make sure everything is in position so that it will peg in. Next is the left arm from Marrow, which comes with two hands. Here is the open palm hand. It's a bit challenging to attach the arm. And finally, we have the last piece, which is the right cannon arm from Cyclops. Attach the arm first, then attach the translucent pipe to his back and arms. You can choose two different locations for the pipe to attach to his backpack and then attach this one to his arm. That completes the assembly of the Nemesis Build-A-Figure or Genocide Build-A-Figure. For articulation, his head can move from side to side with some hindrance because of the flames, can look up not that much, can look down. His arms can extend this far, a little bit hindrance because of the shoulder pad, can do a full 360 right here. He has double jointed pinless elbow, not much of a range because of the thickness of his arm. He has a bicep swivel right here. He has a wrist swivel right here. Hands can hinge forward and back. He has an upper torso swivel, can do a full 360. He does not have a waist swivel. He can crunch not that much forward, but a little bit decent backwards. The sculpted backbone extends inside. He can do a split. He has an upper thigh swivel in the part where you connected his legs. He has double jointed pinless knees. Can kick forward that much. Feet that can hinge forward and back, and has an ankle rocker. Here are my final thoughts on the Hasbro Marvel Legends Genocide Build-A-Figure, also known by his retail-friendly name, Nemesis. When ranking this wave, he hands down is my #1 pick. With all new sculpt and incredible detail, especially the subtle textures and elements on his armor, Nemesis stands out in a big way. So do I recommend this figure? Absolutely, if you are a dedicated X-Men collector like me. This figure is a must-have. If you appreciate well-sculpted, highly detailed figures, Nemesis definitely deserves a spot in your collection. However, for more casual collectors or those on a tight budget, you might want to skip this one. Genocide is currently dead in the Marvel Universe and has relatively few comic book appearances. Now, let's rank the rest of the figures in the Nemesis Build-A-Figure wave, from worst to best. In last place is Extreme X-Men Wolverine. He doesn't come with any Build-A-Figure part, making him an easy pass for many collectors. The reused and repainted Hot Claws head sculpt is underwhelming, and although he comes with new legs, that's the only standout feature. Coming in at number 7 is the Uncanny X-Force Nightcrawler, or Kurt Darkholm from the Age of Apocalypse timeline. This is another repaint, but at least he includes some new head sculpts, which is a plus. At number 6, we got X-Factor Cyclops. While not essential unless you're building the 1986 X-Factor team, he does come with what I think is Hasbro's best optic blast effect so far. He's mostly a repaint of the Vulcan body with two new unique head sculpts, especially the Screaming head, which is highly detailed. Number 5 is Fabian Cortez, a great addition to any X-Men villain lineup. He features an excellent new head sculpt complete with a slick ponytail. It's always nice to see a brand new character in the Marvel Legends line. At number 4 is Age of Apocalypse Gambit, another great character to flesh out your Age of Apocalypse X-Men collection. Unfortunately, he doesn't include any power effects like his signature kinetic knives or the kinetic cards he used in his final moments in Uncanny X-Force number 13. The sculpt, however, is well done with fully sculpted details instead of just painted on features. Number 3 is Generation X Husk. a totally unexpected addition, and a very welcome surprise. She comes with an alternate head where her skin is peeled off, revealing her steel form underneath. Haas adds a unique presence to the Generation X display, and her originality earns her this high rank. Runner-up at number 2, or the best figure other than Nemesis, is the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Marrow. It's always refreshing when Hasbro releases new characters instead of reusing and repainting Wolverine or Spider-Man. Her bone details are impressively sculpted, especially the ones protruding from her back. She fits seamlessly in both X-Men and Marvel vs. Capcom 2 collection. So, that wraps up my ranking for the Genocide Build-A-Figure wave or Nemesis Build-A-Figure wave. Which figure is your number 1? Who would you put in the top 3? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe for more Marvel Legends content, and share it with your fellow collectors. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.